Gina from Haunted Flower, and it is time for this week's anime review, this time for Baccano. Baccano is a unique anime to say the least. It is the Japanese interpretation of an American culture in the 1920s to 1930s prohibition era, mixed in with a fantasy element of a mafia bootleg liquor that can make anyone who drinks it immortal. And that's not all. There are crazy people everywhere. There's a homunculi, a creature called the Rail Tracer that follows trains and kills people on board, all in the atmosphere with gangster New York accents. It doesn't sound like it should all flow together, but the story is told in a non-linear format, jumping all around between the different years, and shows you the outcomes of the events at the very beginning, and then shows you the details of how they came about. Thankfully, the credits are in this old-fashioned way that introduces each of the characters by name, so while you're trying to sort out who is who and how they relate to each other, every time you see the credits again, you can be like, aha! Now I know who that character is. Baccano really is a dark, violent anime, but what brings it up to be a more well-rounded story are a few of the kooky comedic characters and a lot of heart from some of the others. Isaac and Miria are voiced by J. Michael Tatum and Caitlin Glass, and they are hilariously flighty thieves that are always cooking up wacky heists that seem to be pulled off almost by accident in ridiculous cosplay outfits. They are the most easy-to-love characters in the show due to their good intentions and heart at the root of their foolishness, and the enthusiasm in the voice actors playing them just pulls it off magically. Very quick rundown of the other characters and plots, since there are tons of them. There is Jacuzzi Splot, who has an awesome name, and he is voiced by Joel McDonald, and he has been dating the character Niece Hollystone, voiced by Colleen Clinkenbeard, and they are the head of their own smuggling racket. Quirk in his character is that Jacuzzi is always brought to tears by stress, fear, love, anger, any strong emotion, and has to find the courage in those tears to rise to the occasion and do things he wouldn't normally do to help save people in trouble. Brian Massey voices Lad Russo, who is a psychopathic killer who kills for pure enjoyment and loves to pummel people to death with his fists, and he and all of his lackeys wear white because it will make the blood look so pretty. Several of these characters are immortal, but you don't find out who is until you go through the story and you kind of figure it out. Most of the action in the series takes place on a train called the Flying Pussyfoot. There are 3 different groups trying to kill each other on the train, and all the main characters are trying to stop them. The end verdict for Baccano is that it is a very confusing series because of how everyone is introduced and how the story is being told out of order, but if you stick with it, you will find it very enjoyable. It is dark and violent, but has these lovely uplifting moments of humor and love. And what is unique is that you get to see all these events take place from different points of view as the story goes on. Episodes 1 through 13 are incredibly strong, well-told, entertaining episodes, and 13 really feels like the most perfect ending to the story. But there are 16 episodes in this series. There are 3 more episodes that introduce a strange new character with a wrench, and they cut down the screen time of all the other people you've finally gotten to know, and it kind of is lame, so if I rewatch this, then I'm probably going to stop at 13 because that's the part of the story that I found most enjoyable. For bonus features, usually there are just textless songs and trailers, but for this we actually get commentary on 4 of the episodes. Some of the voice actors that you can hear on commentary are J. Michael Tatum, Caitlin Glass, Brian Massey, Joel McDonald, Chris Patton, Ian St. Clair, and R. Bruce Elliott. I hope you enjoyed this week's anime review, and next time I will be reviewing Neon Genesis Evangelion You Are Not Alone. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Shameless plug! Don't forget to see all of my reviews and videos of me on the Rotten Tomatoes show at hauntedflowerreviews.com. Also check out our store, hauntedflower.com, the web's best source for fantastic apparel. You can follow us on Twitter at haunted_flower or fan our Facebook page too. If you're local to the Indianapolis area, visit indiemojo.com for details on how you can win free screening passes.